What's going on, everyone? It's Justin here, and today I'm here to bring you my favorite office tech hacks. So these are some tips and tricks as to how you can improve your desk setup, because I feel like I've got my home office setup in a place that I really like it from both the visual and also tech side of things. So we're gonna merge a bit of like the decor side with the furniture and also general technology products that can really make you feel productive and comfortable in an area that you spend a lot of time on, especially with the whole like work from home wave recently. As always, if you guys enjoy these videos, make sure you drop a like, subscribe to the channel, and also leave a comment down below with your favorite item, and I also have a little giveaway in this video as well. As always, all the links to the products are going to be dropped down below, so let's just go ahead and get started with the first one. So another really good idea that I think a lot of people should add to their setup is bias lighting behind the monitor. We've seen a lot of like lighting that goes along the desk as a strip, but when it comes to like lighting behind the monitor, I think for anyone who like video and photo edits, especially late into the night, it can have many benefits. Not only can it help you calibrate your eye to a good white balance setting, but also helps reduce the amount of strain if you're editing for long hours at night and staring into a bright display. And especially with this one right here, it definitely gets really bright, and I found that it has affected my sleep. So the option that I've gone with is the Philips Hue Play. And Philips makes like a few products that I think go very well, but the Philips Hue Play has 50,000 shades of warm to cool temperatures, as well as 16 million colors that you can control from your phone. So even though you may only need like one or two, in my case, I have a set of 3 that goes on each side of the monitor, as well as one in the middle. And at night, I'll just set it to the coolest setting possible, which is around 6500 Kelvin. And that really allows me to color grade while also kind of lighting up this side of the room to ensure that the bright part of the room, which is the display, isn't the only thing that I'm staring right into. So the next product is one that can work very well in any space, whether it is around your house, on the go, or also in your office. And that is a new line of LG's X-Boom Go speakers powered by Meridian Sound. And a huge thanks to them for sponsoring this video. It has the PL7 as well as the PL5 model, which I'm gonna be giving away, but let's just focus on the PL7 for now. It delivers up to 30 watts of power with a stereoscopic sound, and what I really noticed from the start is that it is built very well and it's ultra portable. So it has like this soft touch, like white finish to it, which blends in and fits in with my personal setup very nicely because I also have white desktop speakers, and it also comes in the color black as well. But it is also Bluetooth, and you can connect it very easily by holding the button here. You have all of your controls on the top, as well as a sound boost option and the battery indicator, and you get the big bass performance with the dual passive radiators, which are on each side. It also delivers up to 24 hours of battery life, and the pulsing lights also adapt to the music that you're playing, which is always a nice touch. Beyond Bluetooth, you can also connect it to your LG TV and use it as a stereo speaker or surround experience. And you can also control the entire speaker as well as the customized light and sound settings from the LG X-Boom app. The LG Wireless app also allows you to pair up to 100 of these speakers together for like a very immersive experience. So if you want to like put them everywhere, then you definitely have the option to, but 100 is definitely a lot. Honestly though, the most important thing with this speaker at the bottom line is the sound quality. And I can tell you, the sound is incredible. It has nice bass to it. The quality is just very crisp because it is powered by Meridian Audio. And here's just like a quick sound test of what I got from the PL7. And there is also the smaller brother, the PL5. I'm also giving away an LG X-Boom Go PL5 portable speaker, so to enter, make sure you follow myself and LG USA on Instagram, comment below, and also tag a friend. I'll be picking a winner in 2 weeks. If you guys want to check it out, I'm gonna drop a link down below, and a huge thanks to LG for sponsoring this video. So the next one is more of a design hack, but it's one that I've added to my office very recently, and I'm not someone who usually likes to add art in the space because I just don't know what to get. I have nothing against art or anything, but I think I've finally found something that I really like, and it is from a company called The Automobilist. And they've got like Formula 1 licensed stuff, 24 Hours Le Mans, and this right here is just like a collection of posters that I've kind of added this week, and I think it looks really good. And the biggest thing I noticed is that the quality of these prints are incredible. If you look closely, it has like this chrome finish. It also has like a bit of an emboss to it. A lot of these are also numbered collector's editions. And if you're a fan of like motorsport, which from the comment section, it seems like a lot of you guys are, I'm so happy that I found them. And in terms of the frames, picture frames are really expensive. And when I had nice ones done, they ended up costing like $200 to $300 per frame. And I just didn't really want to spend that considering how many posters I had. So just for the sake of my home office, these are IKEA frames and they fit perfectly. And it came in at a price of 10 bucks. I know some of you out there might say if you're spending like over $100 on a poster, it just doesn't make much sense to put it in a crappy frame, but I think for like any temporary option, or if you're just hoping to spend money on a nice print, but not too much on a frame, then this kind of combination works very well. And I think the black border on a white wall really does separate the room and give it more dimension, because if you guys noticed previously, I had a white frame with pictures that were very light as well, and it just didn't look as good as these do right now. So the next product is a standing desk, and I think this is one of the best hacks that has been a huge one for 2020. And I know like standing desk companies out there are like on massive back order at the moment, and with the new office being constructed, I have opted for standing desks as well. And I think beyond like the flexibility of being able to sit, stand, and have different ergonomic options from somewhere that you're spending multiple hours per day, they're also relatively customizable and very durable. So I think if you're willing to invest, this is one right here that I've been really happy with, and it is from a company called Uplift. So this can hold about 300 pounds, and the commercial model has a center brace on that side as well. And with an iMac over there, an XDR right here, and 2 heavy speakers and all sorts of stuff on it, there isn't any issue in terms of weight. So in this case, I have it customized with my own desktop on here, as well as a kitchen countertop over there, but it also comes in pre-made options. And there's a lot of good ones nowadays, from the budget end, like IKEA, and the self-winding ones, to the ones that have like very fancy tops, glass, and all that kind of stuff. Everyone seems to like these, and I'm personally a huge fan of L-shaped setups such as this, where the entire desk on both sides is able to go up and down. Recently, Sergio Aguero also sent me a DM and wanted me to help him design his desk setup, and I showed him this type of layout, and he seems to have liked it a lot. So this is like a render that we made for him, and it just seems like going into the future, these are going to be huge, and anyone who is looking for a new desk seems to be considering this option. So the next tech item is one that I've very recently added, and as someone who's made videos for the last decade and possibly into the thousands by now, it's kind of surprising that I've never actually had a real backup setup. And that is just because I was too lazy to do it and never thought that like data loss would happen to my videos. So something that I've added recently is called the Synology, and it is the 2419 Plus model, but you can go ahead and pick whichever model that suits your needs. And this is a storage system that is able to have up to 108 terabytes in single storage capacity. So in my case, what I do is I actually have it stored in the closet, and I have an Ethernet cable that runs underneath the rug into my computer. So from there, I'm able to store like all the videos, the footage, and all those files very easily. And it's become part of like the system of just knowing when to back stuff up and ensuring I'm doing it regularly as part of the workflow. Because as a video creator, there's nothing worse than like a client coming back and saying they want another version edited for their video, and you've deleted it like a long time ago. So with a system like a RAID, so with the 2419 itself, it actually allows you to put 12 drives in, and all of which are 14 terabytes. And if any of them were to fail, I can just go ahead and swap that one drive, and it will actually repair itself. So all of your data is kind of safeguarded beyond that. The 2419 model is kind of their higher end, so there is also the option to add an M.2 SSD cache in there, which we do have, as well as 10 gigabit Ethernet, which ensures faster data transfer speeds, because with files that are like 500 gigs or a terabyte at a time, it is always nice to have as much speed as possible. So I've kind of had this all set up for now, and I'm really happy with it so far, and I feel like it's a really good investment for anyone who needs to protect their storage. Another good safeguard though is cloud-based storage. So if you're able to back all of your data to the cloud, say you have like any physical failures or like a flood or fire, then your data is at least still stored somewhere. I have tried different time machine setups in the past, whether it is like single hard drives and stuff like that, and I just find that over time they do fill up very quickly. There might be issues in terms of like it being full and like your data not linking properly, so I kind of stopped doing backups altogether until I had this NAS system set up. And say you're like a video editor and you have like a large team and you want everybody to be able to access storage in the same place. There's multiple Ethernet ports, so you can all kind of work and run off the same system due to its speed. So the next kind of hack that I have is a good office chair, and it doesn't have to be like the highest end model, but if you look at the economics this way, you could either buy a chair for say like $100. I would say is like the minimum you could find an office chair, and use it for 1 year, and you might have to replace it after a couple years because it just isn't comfortable or is broken. In this case right here, I have the Herman Miller Aeron, and this is a chair that comes in at a price point brand new of over $1,000. And I've had it for 6 years now, and it still feels feels and looks brand new, but every day that I sit on it, I can sit on it for like 8 to 10 hours at a time because it is just so comfortable. So if you do the math on how much money you spend on chairs over the next 12 years, compared to something like this that has a 12-year warranty, I feel like the investment does make a lot of sense, especially if you sit on it for like 8 to 10 hours a day. So for my brand new office, I have decided to go ahead and invest in Herman Miller Aerons again. And although the price point of a brand new one that is like customized with like aluminum legs and everything is relatively high, I would say go ahead and shop around your local Facebook marketplace, because I have seen these chairs as low as $500 used. And honestly, whether it is a previous generation or the new one, at the end of the day, it isn't a piece of tech, it is a piece of furniture, and the difference is not like massive or anything. The original model, such as the one that I have right here, is still incredible, and I think for $500 you just can't go wrong with a chair like the Herman Miller Aeron. As I said, I'm a user of this one for the last 6 years and I have no complaints of it whatsoever. And I feel like with the amount of times that I was switching chairs in years prior to that, by investing in something like this, it's definitely one of the best things that I've purchased, because I'm definitely someone who switches around with like desks, technology, and all that stuff very often, and this is probably going to be the same chair I'm going to sit on maybe even 10 years from now, even if I'm still making YouTube videos. So the next kind of recommendation is a desktop speaker. And I find a lot of setups don't actually have a desktop speaker attached to them. A lot of times people just use like laptop audio and stuff, but I feel like it really does give you like the immersive home office feel. And you can find speakers anywhere from like $20 all the way into $1,000 and up. This right here is definitely of the higher end. It is the KEF LSX, and the reason why I picked them up is because I actually found a used pair for like $450 off, and I believe for the price, at its original price, is not worth it at all. And I've actually been using the Audio Engine A2 Plus for the past 5-6 years, and I've been way happier with it at a much lower price in the 200s. These definitely do deliver a more powerful sound and a bigger bass, and they are technically like hi-fi quality. You can control it from your phone and all that kind of stuff. But I think for the value, the Audio Engine is much better at its price point, and it definitely beats out all the other speakers that I found at the $200 price point. If you really do want to spend a little bit more money though, I feel like these do sound good, and it is very crisp at higher volumes, but for like a home office that is like 12 foot by 12 foot, I don't use these at their max volume very often. They do come in many different colors though, and they do look pretty good, and with the proper equipment such as like a turntable and using it with records, then you might be able to get the most out of it. But through a 3.5mm headphone jack connected to my computer, I just don't think it is much of a kind of improvement from a $200 Audio Engine A2 Plus plugged in via USB. So because we are talking a bit about decor, some of the other pieces that I can really recommend are just like a shelf. It can add some dimension to the space while keeping it nice and open and allow you to kind of use the height of the room to decorate it. Before I had the shelf, I kind of just had stuff like all over the floor, so I feel like this combination of a shelf as well as a drawer has been really beneficial. The other thing that you've seen me use a lot of lately is also pegboards. So in Setup Makeover, we started using this, I'd say about 6 months ago, and I ended up putting in my own office as well as the closet because it allows you to add storage as well as visuals going upwards. I'm a huge fan of magazines, and I feel like they just add some nice color and you can change them up very easily anytime. So it's really easy to just go ahead and buy a pegboard and customize it based on your needs. Similar to a shelf, a console table is also a really good way to kind of finish up the room, and you can find some that are just about a foot wide. You don't want to take up too much space in the general office, but in this area I have like a soundbar to be able to play some music and stuff, and also some layers of decor and spare boxes. As I mentioned, pegboards are also really good for storing like chargers and accessories inside the closet, and although this is not like the prettiest setup that you want to have front and center in the room, you can see just how versatile the pegboard layout is, and they also come in a few different colors. So for my closet I have an all white one, and for the outside I have a white and gray one, but it does also come with a brown back. But otherwise, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Of my favorite office hacks and some of my favorite pieces that I've added to my home office, because I think over the years, even back when I had like a very small budget, I always believe in investing a lot of my money, if not all of it at the time, on a good desk setup. I just felt like whatever it was, I just wanted a place that I was happy to kind of come back to and spend the bulk of my day. So I want to relay those tips over the years to how you guys can improve your setup, because we have a lot of setup makeovers coming up, and I feel like this channel has kind of evolved into one where we really want to focus on workspaces. So if you guys enjoy these, as always, make sure you drop a like, and I can't believe after like a decade I still don't have like a proper outro, but I'll see you all in the next video.